Whenever I think about religion or a higher power other than myself, what comes to my mind is that my life has a predetermined path that I'm meant to follow, and anything I do along the way is supposed to happen whether I like it or not. Necessitarianism, also known as fatalism, is defined to be the belief that all events are inevitable, predetermined, and that there's only one outcome to everything you do. I decided to use this ism in order to give you a different perspective on the world and allow you to understand how it is to live life knowingly, having the knowledge that you have a predetermined path. Necessitarianism, to me, is the definition of my childhood, essentially head on with how I was raised. Growing up in northern Texas, my family was very religious and believes that everyone on this earth has a predetermined path by a higher power. And in my house, it was Jesus Christ. I would consider myself to be very knowledgeable about the subject of this little brick in the mansion that is Christianity itself, because I haven't known anything else but this ideal for the 19 years that I've been here. Additionally, don't let me make you think that Christianity is the only religion or group that believes in this ideal. Judaism and Islam have the same credence as Christians do when it comes to this. So how many people here are either religious or know someone that believes in a higher power other than themselves? According to the Guardian News team, the combined percentage of Christian, Jewish, or Islamic religions is close to 54% of the Earth's population, and they're a few of the largest religions on Earth. Today, I will explain the religious belief that everyone on Earth has a predetermined path for them that is set forth by a higher power other than themselves, and that they can't really change the outcome of them by themselves either. So one way you could look at fatalism is by the logical perspective, and Aristotle's argument on the nature of truth kind of hit this head on. He stated that regardless of two people that have opposing opinions on something that is going to happen is irrelevant, because everything happens of necessity, was his quote. And roughly what he's saying there is that no acts are free because if it is performed, it was already true that they would be performed. Another question about this is that there a possibility to change the outcome according to fatalism? And according to most religious beliefs that have this ideal in their religion, the answer would be no, because if you try to change it and you end up changing it, it was predetermined for you to change it already at that certain point. And now that you know a way that it can be seen besides logical, I'm going to share with you how I grew up living with this ideal in my everyday life. So acceptance was key on this ideal whenever I was trying to implement it in my life. At first, it can be kind of hard to undertake, since you're surrendering yourself to a preset plan for your life. But once you're able to accept that, I personally think that it's a lot easier to live life, and it's a lot less stressful. And other people will try to sway you to one side to see if you really believe what you're saying you believe. But if you meet someone with completely different ideals than you, than what you grew up with, it can be kind of hard to meet with them on a middle ground with that person. And then fatalism doesn't require someone to have faith or belief in a God or a higher power. An article written by Stanford said that climate change is also a form of fatalism, because you could say that climate change is out of people's reach to change, and it's just, some people will say that it's fate to happen, and that's why it would fall into that category of fatalism. And then, so my review on necessitarianism and fatalism. So today I've talked to you about fatalism, logical fatalism, how acceptance is key when it comes to believing in this ideal, and how you don't have to believe in a higher power or God for the topic of subject.